It's too expensive. I'll think about it. Let me come back later. Right? If you've ever tried to sell something to anyone, then you've heard these before, right? But here's the truth that most people don't know. Objections don't kill the sale. In fact, objections reveal the real reason why the customer hasn't bought yet. Hi guys, how's it? My name is Juice and welcome to episode 6 of Getting Started with Sales. Today we are talking about how to handle objections like a professional, like the pro that you are, because obviously that's what you are. And if you've been following the series, guys, you know there's so much that we have been unpacking, so much that we've been unfolding. So without wasting too much time, today we're gonna get right into today's lesson, right? So in sales, objections are normal. Okay, let's leave it as it is. Objections are normal. In fact, if nobody is objecting, it means that the customer usually is not interested enough in your product. They just, come on, you are talking to thin air, you are barking up the wrong tree. If no one is objecting, if no one is asking questions, if no one is, being concerned about your product, my man, you are barking up the wrong tree. Because now the reality is that when someone starts asking questions or raising concerns, it means that they are thinking about buying. You have to do calculations in your mind, right? Pros and cons of having this product. What will I benefit if I take this product? How will it help me, or how will it help those around me? Obviously, that's what you're thinking about immediately before you are taking the product, right? So if nobody is thinking about those things, if nobody is asking questions, ticking the right boxes, it usually means you're not interesting. But anyway, it's fine. So now, your job, right, is not to argue. Most people get this wrong. The minute that there's a question, no, listen, they want to argue. No, your job is not to argue. As a salesman, your job is not to argue. Your job is to simply understand what's really stopping this person from buying, or what's really, what can really be hindering this person. I'll come back later. It's not really an objection, guys. That's a conversation killer. I'll tell you the truth. I'll come back later, not today. It's a conversation killer. People, when they want to buy, they want to buy. But if they give you that line, I'll come back later, that one is a conversation killer, however, forget about it, right? So your job is to understand what's really stopping this person that you are talking to from buying. Now, the most common objections that you will get, obviously there are 3 most common, objections that we'll get, but today we're just gonna take this one, the top one, right? Okay, we're gonna do all of them, but the top one, it's too expensive. And it's too expensive. It starts with the facial expression. If you are able to see this person face to face, you can see in their face. No. When the facial expression changes when you're talking about pricing, right? That you need to understand automatically that they're gonna tell you that it's expensive. How do we handle that? It's too expensive. This is the most common objection in sales, obviously, right? But most of the time, it's not actually about the price. It's about value. It's about value, right? The customer is asking themselves, is it really worth my money? Is this funeral cover worth my money? Is this insurance worth my money? Is this tracker worth my money? Is this Netflix worth my money? Spotify, YouTube, whatever, perfume, sneakers, is it worth my money? Like, does it give me value? Does it add value to? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Because when I buy something, it has to be worth it. That's the reality, right? So instead of defending the price, right? Instead of saying, no, it's really cheap, it's affordable, no, good price, no, good price. We always want to defend the price instead of defending the price, right? You can always say, I understand, compared to what you've seen, right? What price were you expecting? People, they'll tell you funeral cover is expensive. Hey, 150 rand, 200 rand. But when you break it down as a person who sells funeral cover, right? For those of you who are in the funeral cover industry, in that game, in that pool, when you are selling and that premium, that your premium, maybe let's say the cheapest premium is about 200 rand a month, right? And that's probably, a wife, policy holder, and maybe 3-4 kids or 2 kids, right? It's 200 rand. The kids are covered for free. For free. We'll get into that some other day, right? And now you tell this person that it's 200 rand, and they're like, phew, no, get sharp, right? Because why? Because of how you just broke it down. You can simply break it down into daily structures. So 200 rand a week, a month, that's 50 rand a week. Then we break 50 rand into 7 days, right? Gives you around about maybe 5 rand, 2 rand, I don't know. Break it down anyway. Math is not really my strong point, guys. Right? So break it down, give it value, make it look like it's not a lot. If it's 60 rand for the whole month, it's 2 rand for the day, right? 2 rand by the day. And most funeral covers, they do that with cover from as little as 2 rand 50 a day, 5 rand 50 a day. That's a marketing strategy. That's how they get you hooked. That's how you answer those phone calls. And then jiggy you end up paying 500 rand, 400 rand. But that's fine, right? But they're gonna give you so much more of what you're really expecting. So let's go back to that thing. Person tells you that it's too expensive. Remember, we don't defend the price. Now you tell them, I understand, compared to it as what you have seen, right? Or compared to what you've been exposed to. What were you looking at? So now you are looking actually into accommodating their budget. People love to be accommodated, guys. Everyone wants to be a +1, even when there's no extra chair. But if you can say, I've got a chair for you, believe me, done deal. Accommodate the budget, right? Now that's when the conversation starts to open up. So what price were you expecting? Now the conversation starts to open up, and now you get to start to give them what? You start showing them, reasons to buy. You bring them onto the buying line. You give them, a reason to just be there, right? So now, objection number 2, I'll think about it. And we love this. Everybody loves this, and insurance companies hear this a lot, and they are supposed to, guys, it's okay, it's fine. If you get objections, guys, it's okay, it's part of the process. You are learning, guys, and a day without objections is not it's not a productive day, it's not a fruitful day. You are not a good salesman if you don't know how to handle objections, or if you don't get objections. If all your sales are just, you are lying to people, or you are doing something, guys, right? But you need to be able to answer people's questions. You need to be able to handle these things, because that's how you're also going to teach the next person, right? So objection number 2 that we always come across, I'll think about it. And yes, people love to think about it. Means that I'm not convinced. Nothing more, nothing less. I'll think about it. It just means that I'm not convinced. I don't believe in you, right? I don't believe in the product that you're selling. I don't believe that this thing is gonna help me. No, sorry, I don't buy what you're saying, right? I'm not convinced yet. That's what it simply means. So instead of saying okay and losing the sale, respond like, all right, respond like this. That makes sense. So just so that I understand, what part would you like to think about? What part would you like to think about? What more would you like to think about, right? I'll think about it. What is it that you want to think about? With funeral cover, You want to think about what's going to happen if I die? Right? Most people want to think about that. No, they don't want to think about getting funeral cover. They just want to go on with their day. Right? Some people already have funeral cover, but they're not convinced in what you are saying. They don't buy what you are saying. Right? So get them to tell you, right, what they actually want. So what part would you actually like to think about? Now they reveal the real reason why. Right? No, funeral cover. There's too many of these. I don't have money. Hey, I'm not working. That's where they start giving you other objections. And this is where the conversation, remember, like I said, objections, they reveal the real reason why the sale hasn't happened yet. They are opening room for conversation. You now eliminate what we call dead airspace with objections. If there's no objections, you end up having dead airspace because you end up running out of things to say. But that's a story for another day. All right? Okay, cool. Objection number 3. They love this one. And even me, I love it. I'll come back later. But I know that 2 days from now, you won't be there. Right? Or you're going to call me today, you're going to call me tomorrow, you're going to call me the third day. After day number 4, no, you're not calling me anymore. No, man, call me later, I'll come back later. Joe, when I knock off. Unless I really want that sale, I really want to give you that sale, I really want this product, you're not going to see me. Forget about it, right? So I'll come back later. This one is dangerous because many people never come back. Like I said, forget about it. They're not coming back, right? So instead, say that's fair. But before you go, was there something specific you were unsure about? Is there something that it's not clear to you, so that I can explain it now and then you don't have to come back later? This means that I want the sale now, right? So you need to learn to close sales now, not later, but like now. Like I call you today, right? And then I ask for 5 minutes of your time, or I approach you and I say 5 minutes of your time. I need it to be 5 minutes, right? Unless I have technical difficulties or issues, or you have difficulties with providing whatever information may be needed. But people need to understand that sales are better, when they are warm. When the client is on the buying line, that's the best time for you to close that deal, right? Before they come back later. It's like making music. If you start a project and then you save the project and you close the project and you open a new project, that previous project, you're not going back to it, right? So this allows the client to actually be more honest with you, right? If you actually get them hooked onto that line, they'll tell you the truth. And sometimes it's not the truth that you want to hear, but guess what? It's the truth, right? So that's just how it is. Now, the golden rule with objections. Remember I said we don't argue, right? Your job is not to argue, your job is to listen, right? So now, right, when it comes to objections, never argue with the customer. They're gonna lose you, right? You're gonna lose them. They're gonna lose trust in you. You're gonna come across as desperate, and nobody wants a salesman that is desperate, right? So you listen. Number 1, we listen. We don't judge, we listen. A good salesman is a good listener. They have a good ear, because remember, I use what you are saying against you in order to get you to buy. It's a psychological game, guys. This thing. Let's be fair. How many of you guys bought insurance unaware, or got clothing accounts unaware, but you were listening again, right, to what the person was saying, and they used exactly what you were saying against them? So anyway, right, they listen. A good salesman must listen. Number 2, acknowledge. Agree, guys. There's something called agree, relate, agree and relate. Yes, I understand. Yes, acknowledge, right? Respond, execute. Agree and relate, right? Does not mean that I must let you go. No, agree and relate means that for a minute, I'm not playing the game of saying, I understand, I know how you feel. Yes, but come on, You know that thing, when you're agreeing with someone, but deep down in your heart, you're like, I'm just waiting for, man, I got you, right? So, for example, I understand what you're saying, Mama, that, this product is too expensive, right? You don't have 120 Rand every month that you can spare, right? I understand what you're saying, and you say it calmly, and you look that person in the eye. And if you can't look them in the eye, obviously you speak to them over the phone, clear your voice, sit upright. Sit upright, don't slack in your chair. People can feel that you're slacking in your chair when you're speaking to them. We can feel energy over the phone, guys, right? So if you can't see this person, sit upright in your chair, right? And you fix yourself. Now, if you're looking at this person face to face, look them in the eye. Remember eye contact, we spoke about that, So I understand what you're saying, right? That this product is expensive for you, Mama. You don't have 120 to spare every month for you and your family. I understand, right? Remember, people buy from people who make them feel understood, or they buy when they feel like they're understood. But this is now what I'm gonna say, right? I understand, Mama, that it's too expensive for you. But Mama, if you were to look at it like this, Mama, right? 120, it's 4 Rand a day. Mama, from just as little as 5 Rand, Mama, right? You can cover yourself and your 5 children. Let's say maybe you're selling a funeral cover, right? From as little as 5 Rand a day, Mama, you can cover yourself and up to 5 of your children under the ages of 21. That means that, Mama, should anything happen to you, right? Your children, they are taken care of. 5 Rand, Mama, right now doesn't even buy it. But it can cover your children. It can cover you. Do you understand what just happened? It's changed the tone. It's changed the conversation. It's now psychological. It's more psychological than anything else. Right? Let's move on. Right? At the end of the day, objections are not rejection. No. Objection is not rejection. Objections are just opportunities. They are just, another door for you. And the best salesmen know how to open it. Right? So once you understand that you listen, you acknowledge, you agree, you relate, and you go on with this client. Remember, you don't argue. Right? And you start using what the client is actually saying against them, right? Remember, to get a sale, you have to be manipulative at some times, right? At some point. So the real reason why they don't want to buy, you find that out, and then you use that reason against them. It's too expensive. I break it down, I give it more value, right? I break it down into smaller segments, smaller pieces, right? So instead of it being 60 Rand or 120 or 300 Rand, I break it down. We can make it 12 Rand, 10 Rand, 15 Rand a day kind of a thing, right? Now you start to see that, this thing is actually more affordable, right? So now, remember, guys, these things happen every day. And you're gonna come across them every day. As long as you are selling, as long as you are in the street, guys, you're gonna come across objections all the time. And it's just how it is. It's part of the game. And that's what makes a good salesman, guys, knowing how to handle objections, right? It's part of the game and it's part of the grind, and that's just how it is. So now, guys, if you're enjoying the series on sales, subscribe, like, and follow my page. Drop a comment, right? Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what more I can give you, and ask all the questions that you may be having. Yeah, guys, and I'll see you in the next episode. So this is episode 6. I hope that it can help you. It's only just 20 minutes, guys. Remember, right? This thing is something that's going to change the way that you look at the job that you do. So next time you hear an objection, remember, guys, it's not the end of the world. It's the beginning of a sale, right? Next time somebody says, I'll think about it, just wait. Don't let them go yet. I'll come back. Don't let them go yet. Not today. I want to find out the real reason why first. Remember guys, in order for you to get a sale, you need to understand that there's a problem. So in order for you to solve the problem, what do you need to be able to do? You need to be able to identify that problem. So my name is Juice, and that's it for today guys. I'll see you next week on episode 7 of Getting Started with Sales. Goodbye. Bye.